Hands Up Blue with Mad Love, the world premiere on New Saturday. What a great tune! And midway through, like, it really had that alternative, like early kind of grunge, kind of heavy rock. And honestly, Gina, like a couple parts of it remind me of Courtney Love when she was with Hole.
Me.
That's awesome. I love Hole.
Yeah, me too.
B, thoughts?
It was really upbeat, rocky. It really demonstrates the versatility of your voice and the control you have. And I love the kind of diversity of the track compared to other tracks. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
Now, guys, what made you decide to release this as your next single off the album?
Guess it was just the one that we thought was the next catchiest. And it was structured a little bit differently than the ones we'd released so far. There wasn't really, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's a magic formula to do that. We just
right.
Felt like it, I guess. Do you remember anything differently?
No. I think we had narrowed it down to 3 or something, and I was like, how about this one?
Now, recording this album, do you guys have a few that made that kind of didn't make the cutting room floor? Or you kind of decided, like, oh, maybe we'll use it for an EP or something further down the road?
We had one that didn't make it. It's called I Am in Hell. And It just kind of seemed like it was too far away from the rest of the music. It was too different. So,
it's kind of a metal song.
Yeah, it's heavier.
You know what?
But our previous band was called Parasite Core, and we never actually stopped it, so we thought maybe we would release it under that name later on when we're not so busy with...
Well, I saw you reposted the SoundCloud link to to the band, and I did watch it, so what was it do? It was pretty good. I actually liked it.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Well, because, Gina, you reposted something from that band not too long ago on Facebook with a SoundCloud link.
I think I posted something for My Violent Heart.
Oh, maybe it was Violent Heart. My mistake. I apologize.
No, that's okay.
I just know it was an old tune that I'd never heard before. So.
Oh yeah, because that was like 2 years later or something like that.
Yeah, it came up in my memories.
Right. Okay.
We were
there
in
we
a
go.
lot of bands together.
Right, there we go. So my mistake. I apologize. You got my facts straight, but my bad. So carrying on. So just before
I'll make sure to let you know when we do post I Am in Hell.
Yeah. What now I remember what I was going to talk about too is there's a song by White Zombie called I Am Hell on the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack. Well, it's a Beavis and Butthead experience, and it's before they made the movie, and it's actually a pretty kind of heavy White Zombie tune, and that's the same soundtrack that has Nirvana, I Hate Myself, I Want to Die, Megadeth's 99 Ways to Die, Aerosmith, Deuces Are Wild. There's actually some really good tracks on that album, and just a quick sidetrack. I Hate Myself and Want to Die. That song title came from something that Kurt Loder on MTV said. Well, next up is another song from the I Hate Myself and Want to Die generation. So Nirvana used that as a song title and made the song a whole joke because the song lyrics have absolutely nothing to do with dying, suicide, anything like that at all. Not even close. I mean, so. It just kind of funny that you mentioned that. There's my quick little sidetrack, but there's always a kind of a 6 degrees of separation.
He did that a lot with his titles, right? I mean, didn't he come up with "Smells Like Teen Spirit" because somebody wrote on his wall or something? Kurt smells like Teen Spirit.
That's right.
He didn't even know that it was a deodorant brand.
Yeah.
He didn't even know where that was coming from, but he's like, that's gonna be a song title.
No, you're
I
absolutely.
like that. Totally out there.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. That's exactly where it came from. So I just there's my little sidetrack. Dee, I know you get some more questions. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, sometimes putting tracks aside, it's not a bad thing, is it? I think when you go back and revisit things, sometimes it's a perfect time to release it, or it just fits in a different way because you're evolving all the time anyway, aren't you? As a band. yeah, so I think it's sometimes quite good to be able to go back and revisit things anyway. If you feel it doesn't fit now, often you have to go with your instincts, don't you?
Oh yeah, and it's kind of fun to go back through the DAW and see old stuff that you kind of started but lost interest in. You come back and you're like, hey, how did I forget about this?
I love that, lost interest in. I find that with poems sometimes. It's like I'll start something and it really isn't going the way I want, and I just think, oh God. But then actually when you look back at it a month later or something, you think, wow, that was really good. It's all a mood thing as well, isn't it? But I think, what's your opinion on sort of vinyl and cassette tapes and things coming back?
Oh, I love that vinyl is coming back. Vinyl's pretty neat. Cassette tapes don't, they wear out easy. But I do remember sitting there with my pencil and like manually rewinding them.
Oh, for sure.
to save my batteries.
Or putting the tape or the top where the holes are punched in so you could re-record over it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there were tricks.
But that kind of made it wear out faster too.
I think it's cool though. I think a lot of fans nowadays, or people in general, when they buy music, it's nice to be able to hold music rather than just, I mean, often when you download stuff, it just gets lost, or you forget about it and you don't have the same kind of maybe appreciation of it. Whereas when you've got it as a solid form or a physical form, it just feels so much nicer, and you can carry it with you. And I don't know, I prefer it that way, I think, and I think a lot of people are realising that actually it is cool.
I think you're absolutely right. There's a tactile experience of putting the record down on the turntable and dropping the needle on it and hearing it start, and you're more likely to listen to it straight through because you don't have shuffle with a player, so you're hearing it as the artist kind of intended, in the order that they intended, in most cases anyway. And I think that's something that's kind of been a bit lost with the digital age. We've gained a lot of things with that too, but it's definitely nice to see a physical medium making a comeback.
Andrew,
I think you're right about the order thing as well. I think if you speak to kind of the younger generation, they don't really appreciate albums. They don't understand what you mean. Whereas obviously in the past, you buy an album, you listen to one song, and then you buy an album, and hearing it in the order makes a massive difference because it's a story, isn't it? It's a story that the band are telling.
You hope so. I mean, with the good albums, there certainly is. There's also, not to sidetrack too much, but there's a secondary thing that the vinyl resurgence is kind of helping out with the technical aspect of recording and mastering. And when we hit the CD era, record executives realized that if you play something louder, if you record it louder, people automatically think that that it's better,
right?
That it's more exciting, and it goes down to our lizard brain mentality that a loud noise is going to catch our attention more because that's maybe a predator coming out of the trees or something to kill us, or whatever the case may be. But so yeah, they started like really just crushing songs. And everything coming out, especially in the early 2000s, like if you listen to the difference between Nirvana Nevermind and what's that Queens of the Stone Age album?
Rated R? Was it
yes.
Rated R? Or
yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure because what's called Songs for the Deaf didn't come out till like...
Songs for the Deaf.
But that was, I think that was like 2001, 2002 maybe?
It might have been that one. It was the one with they had the really sexy music video for it, for one of the first single off that album.
Well, the first single of Songs for the Deaf was No One Knows, and that was with them.
Oh, with the flow.
Okay, that's Songs for the Deaf.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
But if you compare those two albums, like stylistically, they're very similar. But if you put one on and bounce back and forth without any leveling or any anything to change the volume. Songs for the Deaf is much, much louder than Nevermind.
Absolutely.
Because these record execs were just constantly pushing that volume up. What you're finding now with vinyl, though, is mastering engineers can't do that as much because the needle starts skipping, and you get all kinds of horrible distortion in it. So we're finally starting to get dynamics back into recorded music because they're having to master for vinyl too. So sorry, that's kind of nerdy, but
no,
no, that's really, really interesting. Really interesting.
No, it's a good sidetrack, Ender. So don't worry about that because I mean I've got tons of vinyl at home too, and I don't have my tape recorder anymore, but I did have a Sony. I had a component system as well. So, but I had a few tapes I had to buy over again because I warped them so much. Now, just before I get to our next song here, my quick question to everybody is: do you remember, and if you do, what was the first CD you ever bought?
Mine was a cassette tape, and it was Paula Abdul when I was in elementary school.
Straight up. Yeah. Oh, I know it.
Who's next? Do I have to go next?
Sure. Go.
Yeah.
Well, I bought two at once. One was Nirvana Nevermind.
Nice.
And the other one was Metallica, the Black Album, which I've since grown to kind of, I don't really like Metallica anymore.
I'm with you. I'm totally behind you on that one, Ender. So you have my blessing.
I can still listen to Nevermind over and over again, though.
Yeah. Fair enough. B?
What about you guys?
B?
God, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm into so many diverse things. I don't know.
You want me to go first?
I really have to think. I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you want me to go first, or?
Yeah, I don't know. It might take a while. Go on.
Well, for me, the first two CDs I had that I bought was Megadeth Countdown to Extinction, and I bought the Chili Peppers Blood, Sex, Sugar, Magic. Although I did already have Nevermind and Blood, Sex, Sugar, Magic on tape as well. But those are the first two CDs I bought because I bought my first CD player, which at the time, and now you can buy it for like $50. I bought a dual cassette with high-speed dubbing and CD player for $350, and that was in probably like 1993. So, and now you can buy it for like $50, which is a kick in the balls. But what are you gonna do? But those are the first two CDs I had, and I got into Megadeth. I pretty much because I'd seen the video for Hangar 99, and I bought Rust in Peace, which as far as I'm concerned, even though the old albums are good too, that's one of the best Megadeth albums ever. But yeah, that was my first two CDs, was Countdown to Extinction and Blood, Sex, Sugar, Magic, and two fantastic and classic albums in my mind, like awesome albums. But those were my first two.
Nice.
B, have you thought about it? Are you good?
CDs? Oh,
sorry, go on.
Were we specifically saying CDs?
Well, yeah, but it's fun to make cassette tapes as well. It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
All right, so B still